Hello, my name's Tom Ashforth. I'm here with Nat Barnum. We lead the Friedland, Connecticut division, covering southern Fairfield County. Exciting news! We opened up a new Connecticut office at 700 Canal Street in Stamford, Connecticut. We're here to discuss with Nat the current market conditions in lower Fairfield County. Nat, starting with office, in particular Greenwich office market, can you tell us more?
Sure. Good to be here with you, Tom. The office market in Greenwich has continued over the last couple of quarters to do very well in terms of rents and tenants occupying the spaces in some of the better buildings in town. The rents effectively have ranged in from the basically for central Greenwich, $115 a square foot on up to $175 a square foot in some of the nicer buildings. The spaces that are on the east or west side of town, some might range in probably $45 a square foot on up to about $65 a square foot for some of the better ones. We're looking at that. We're looking at mostly financial companies that look in Greenwich. Companies like Amulet Capital, which just leased space at Greenwich Plaza, about 23,000 square feet for $155 a square foot, which are pretty astronomical numbers from looking at the past history of Greenwich. Core 11 at lease space at One Fawcett Place, about 2,500 square feet for $115 a square foot. We continue to see a lot of medical tenants in Greenwich. We just finished a deal with Stamford Health and in Coscob for about 5,000 square feet. So we're seeing a little entry into a lot of the different markets in Greenwich for that office space and what have you. Stamford, I think, has been seeing a lot of activity as well. What have you seen there?
Yeah, definitely 25 is better than 24, so
Yeah.
tenant activity has picked up. I still think you see a flight to quality, which we can get into later.
So what are your thoughts then about possible, buyers that have taken place at this point?
Yeah, so we had an influx of buyers and trades in 2025.
Right.
For example, office buyers. First, the Mill in Greenwich sold for $776 a foot, but that's a mixed-use property. Metro Center in Stamford traded for $223 a foot. Stamford Towers traded for $200 a foot. Both are railroad central or transit-oriented properties. Merritt 7, 4 of the 6 buildings traded for $39 a foot. There's news that 2 of the buildings may be acquired to go residential there. 177 Broad Street, $72 a foot in Stamford, but that's a planned conversion to residential. Nat, how about the trends of companies moving or the flight to quality?
Yeah, that's a good question, Tom. We're finding that for buildings, for example, like 300 Atlantic Street, they're going through a whole process now where they're completely renovating the building inside and out, but doing additional amenities, again, as we said, that are very important for something that's located and you want your higher rents. And so they're looking at probably rents in the $55 to $59 square foot number once they finish some of these amenities that are being updated in the lobbies, et cetera. You also look at buildings like Metro Center that was recently sold last fall, and they're increasing their benefits in terms of improvements and structure. And I'll tell you, interestingly enough, they had a pretty high vacancy rate before this past fall. Right now, they're 100% leased, as I understand it. And that's a building that's about, 150,000 square feet anyway?
Yeah, 180, I think. Yep.
Maybe. Back to you, Tom, in terms of the retail industrial markets on the southern Fairfield.
Yeah, briefly, the retail market is doing very well. Many say we will have a lack of product in coming years, making it a good investment product. Greenwich Ave, for example, vacancy is low, hitting all-time high in rents. New retail is being developed on Railroad Avenue for the first time in decades, asking higher rents than were ever achieved before. As far as the southern Fairfield industrial market, it is very healthy. lack of product, demand from service companies, that's generally the tenant type into this type of industrial product, have pushed rents into the 20s, which we haven't seen before or seen in a very long time. Nat, now with news.
I'm just going to intersect there
yeah,
for just a
sure.
moment. I'm just thinking you make a really interesting point with regard to the retail on Greenwich Avenue.
Yeah.
And those numbers have really, again, skyrocketed along with the office space that's been done in the marketplace. And I think that they range, if I'm not mistaken, Tom, somewhere in the range of about 75 a foot triple net on up to $190 a square
Yeah,
foot. I mean, it's
180,
amazing.
middle of the avenue. Demand. There's just not much space available, and it's generally the small units that lease the best, rather
Right.
than the large, 10,000 square foot units or spaces.
Gotcha. Good point. Let's talk about, we're really excited here, Tom, in my opinion, is we're excited about our new office, which is now in 700 Canal Street in Stamford. And we're really excited about having an office there, having people come visit us. We're busy, and we're busy with stuff that's growing more and more into lower Fairfield County, deals in Stamford and Greenwich. So we're really looking forward to that. And we hope that effectively people will come by and visit us and be able to discuss what's on their mind in terms of their office space, or certainly give us a call or to discuss. Yeah, Tom, what's really exciting for you and I think, at this point, is looking at our new office space at 700 Canal Street. So in addition to our current headquarters in Harrison, we have this nice arm into Stamford where you and I are spending a lot of time with the growth of our business for Greenwich and Stamford and up the line in lower Fairfield County. It's a great place. We invite everybody to come by and say hello. We certainly would love to see you, and certainly feel free to give us a shout on the phone or email. That would be great to do, and we look forward to seeing you.
I'd like to add one more thing. We've seen a lot of sublet activity, meaning a good time to sublet your space, in particularly Greenwich. Nat, do you have any more to expand there?
Yes, I do. Good point, Tom. I would say that we're seeing some of the spaces in the central business district, as already indicated, the rents have gone way up, and the demand has gone way up, and the supply has gone down, as I said, to single digits. Yeah. We have found a couple of examples in downtown Greenwich where tenants that have outgrown their space, have effectively want to relocate, have looked at increasing and making sure that they can get out of their current lease at actually higher numbers than they're currently paying. That makes it a lot easier. And so I think the point being is that we're pretty good at this point, Tom, you and I, about being able to help tenants out there looking to potentially sublease their space and then look at relocating. We've done it a million times, and I think we're quite good at that.
Yeah, it's a good time for that. Yeah. So give us a call if you ever want us to value your sublet space. One other thing I'd like to point out is, like, RMF does a quarterly report, and it covers southern Fairfield County. It's a good resource. The firm puts a lot of time into it. So if you never got it or would like a copy of it, please, give us a call or email.